Hello everybody, welcome to my personal breakdown of the Five Nights at Freddy's Iceberg picture. If you have no clue what an iceberg picture is, basically it's a picture which shows you the main secrets of a saga, from pretty well known to obscure. This particular iceberg picture was created by the Reddit user called I Like Memes, and it's really well done and complete. In my opinion, it's the best one because it doesn't have any like weird jokes or anything, so yeah, it's very well done. And this video was inspired by the Super Mario 64 iceberg explained by Mishkas. I watched that video twice, it's so good, I swear to god. Okay, but one last thing before we begin, I'm gonna be using this usage meter in the corner, so you can see how sure I am of the things I'm saying. If it's not filled, that means I have no clue what I'm talking about, and if it's completely filled, that means I'm really sure of what I'm talking about. Get it? Okay, let's do it, let's go! Rare screens. This is clearly talking about the various rare screens that can be found every so often on every single game. They're really super hard to find and really rare, so that's where the title comes from. Rare screens. They're really scary, especially the bunny one from FNaF 1 and the Foxy one from FNaF 2. They're so weird, but yeah, there's not much to it. Unused Mangle design. Now, in this teaser picture for Final Freddy's 2, the design for Mangle is completely different to the one in the final game. It looks more like a toy Foxy or something like that. In my opinion, he definitely used a different model, or at least changed the model a little bit in the final version of the game, because it doesn't look anything like the final version. This one's fixed and the final is broken. JJ can randomly spawn on your office under the table in the second game. It's surprisingly easy to miss considering how fast-paced the second game is, but still. It's one of the most well-known Easter eggs of the entire saga. So yeah, I can see why it's in the surface level. Endo02. If you spam the monitor when the puppet is about to come out the box, this creepy-ass fella will eventually come out. He can also go to the bend, but he can't jumpscare you. That's a hoax. Don't believe in that shit. Animatronics looking at camera. This one is really creepy, but really well known too. Sometimes in the first game, the animatronics will look into the camera. It's super haunting if I say so myself, and that adds quite a lot to the atmosphere. I'm talking this frame of Bunny is so creepy. Look at it. It's me. Again, this one is really well known and not the rarest, but still. Sometimes in the first game, the text "It's me" can randomly flash, as well as creepy pictures of Bonnie and Freddy. Furthermore, the papers in the cameras can also change to "It's me" sometimes, but it's more rare, I think. I have seen the "It's me" screen a lot of times, so I don't think it's the rarest thing in the world. Shadow Bunny. One of my favorite Easter eggs in any video game ever. Shadow Bunny, also known as RXWFSFASXC, can randomly appear in your office and just whoosh, crash your game. It's so mysterious and creepy and ominous, and it's like perfect. Even his real name is creepy as hell, and it's just like a corrupted thing that breaks your game. I love it, yeah. Teaser secrets. Pretty self-explanatory. In most of the Scott Games teasers, when you brighten up the images, there's hidden messages, secrets, clues, and weird stuff. Nowadays, these secrets are mostly hidden in the source code of the website and the inside of the images. So yeah, it's pretty cool. West Hall corner poster. This Freddy poster can sometimes destroy the hell out of his jaw for no reason. This is also where Golden Freddy can spawn, and this is not included in the iceberg for some reason. He's really important, but he's not in the freaking iceberg. That's kinda weird, but I don't mind. Shadow Freddy. If you spam the person service camera enough when nobody's in it, he will eventually appear, and let me tell you, I pissed my pants the first time I saw this. I swear. He's one of the creepiest things in any Final Freddy's game, and he became famous enough to appear in FNaF World, so congrats. Endo1. I think this might be referring to a certain rare screen that can occur in the back room in FNaF 1, where this endoskeleton becomes activated, but I'm really not sure. You can take this anywhere you want. Newspapers. From FNaF 1 to FNaF 3, there's been secret text on the sides of the newspapers. They often tell you development memories, stories, weird little anecdotes, and stuff like that. It's pretty fun and charming, and it's a really cute Easter egg. And if you brighten up the last newspaper, the FNAF 3 one, you get this. Yeah, foreshadowing. Crying Children poster. Just like the West Hall corner poster Easter eggs, sometimes these creepy crying children faces will appear. I think this one is more on the rare side. I've seen every single Final Fantasy Freddy's one Easter egg, but this one, so it's it's weird. Maskless Ennard. Not really sure about this one, but if it's what I'm thinking it is, then it's damn creepy. Have you seen this picture? It's called 0RGN, and it was found along with a bunch of FNAF Help Wanted t-shirts, but this one does not look like a 3D model at all. I think this is what the Maskless Ennard is. I always thought of this as like a teaser for the FNAF movie, especially because they said they were gonna use real animatronics, so this makes sense. But yeah, there's no way to know at this point. Mike Killall. This is the first hoax of the bunch, but it's pretty interesting. I was there when it went down, and I was pretty traumatized. See, if you reverse the Final Fantasy 2 trailer, you can clearly hear Mike killed all. It's just a coincidence, but when I was a kid, this scared the fuck out of me, mainly because my cousin used to torture me by showing me the audio over and over again. But yeah, I'm gonna show you too, just listen to it.
London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down. My fair lady is without. Ride me love, sit me love. Ride me love, ride me love, ride me love, sit me love.
I want to fucking die. I have PTSD from the Mike killed all. CD Plus. In FNAF 1 and FNAF 2, typing CD Plus can skip levels. It still works to this day, quite surprisingly. I bet it was some kind of debug feature that Scott simply forgot to remove before release. It's quite interesting actually. XOR. When you're playing 50/20 mode on Ultimate Custom Night, DD will get replaced with this creepy dark version called XOR. The name was confirmed during an interview with Scott Cawthon. XOR can also appear very rarely during normal gameplay, even if you're not in 50/20 mode, but that's super rare, so don't worry. Freedom. In the second game, the jumpscare scream sounds like it's saying freedom. Look, I may be a lunatic for believing the Mike kill all thing as a kid, but this is pretty believable, isn't it? I mean, it sounds like it says freedom. Listen. See, I'm not kidding, it sounds like it says freedom, for real. As in, freedom! Yeah, that's my impression. Sugar. Not a hoax, but not real either. It's something in between. In the Christmas of 2014, a fan-made Final Fantasy 3 came out. It reused content from the previous games in a very clever and fun way, but it's quite impossible to win because of the bad programming. The first version of the game had Candy the Cat, a fan-made character by Emil Mako that everybody knows now, but it was called Sugar in the game. Sugar was then removed on later version of the game after Emil Mako got super fucking angry of the developer for stealing his character. I mean, yeah, character theft is bad, and this is a prime example of what could happen. Paper plates. It's a quickie, but still. One of the paper plates can really spawn in your offense in FNAF 2. He does nothing but look cute and fun. And that's it. He doesn't do anything. Sparky the Dog. A pretty popular and beloved hoax from the first game. I love this one and I believed it 100% when it came out because I was 9 years old. But now I can clearly say that it looks dumb and fake. Actually no, that's kind of a dope edit if I say so myself. Midnight Motorist. I guess this is talking about the Midnight Motorist orange guy minigame that you can find by going out of the map. It's not really the most specific thing in the world, but the whole Midnight Motorist thing is really mysterious in itself, so I can see why it's in the Iceberg. Nightmare Foxy on Hallway. I found barely any info on this. I think it's just referring to this really obscure video of Nightmare Foxy in the hallway. I have played through FNAF 4 in its entirety and somehow I don't remember this, which makes me think it's probably fake, but don't take my word on this, I have no clue what this is even about. So yeah, I'm sorry about this one. Puppet Hallucination. Similar to the Endo 2 apparition in a way, when the puppet is about to come out, look into the main hallway and spam your flashlight, you'll see him flicker in your screen. It's super creepy and I have honestly completely forgotten about this one until now. Spring Bunny posters. Sometimes in FNAF 3, the bunny posters can switch to these cute spring trap or spring bunny ones. They look pretty nice and they're really easy to miss, so keep an eye out for them if you really want to see them. They're rare. Fredbear and Friends. In FNAF 4, there's this TV that you can turn on during one of the minigames. It basically shows an announcement for something related to the Fredbear and Friends brand. And this damn little Easter egg has become one of the biggest topics of discussion of the entire FNAF fandom for years. So yeah, IB bag, flowers, and pills. I'm gonna talk about this real quickly because they're pretty similar. They're all Easter eggs that you can find when you look behind you in FNAF 4. They're kinda sad and disheartening when you really think of what they imply, but yeah, there's not much of it. I'm using 4 of the usage because I've never personally found them, but yeah, they're real. Mangle Suicide. Another downer. I talked about this one briefly in my Five Nights at Freddy's retrospective video. This one was a super short-lived teaser for Five Nights at Freddy's World that was put up after the awful reception that the game was getting. It's super sad and even a little concerning because I read in an interview that Scott Cawthon actually had suicidal thoughts before making FNAF. This could have been his way to pen a little, perhaps, but who knows really. It's been like 4 years since this happened, but yeah, I hope he's better now. FNAF 4 house in Scissor location. Glimpses of the Five Nights at Freddy's 4 house can be seen in Scissor location upon entering a code into the numpad. This was one of the freakiest and weirdest things in a FNAF game at the time, really. If you want to know what this even means, you should probably be watching Game Theory. Freddyland. Another very well known hoax teaser. I have no clue who made it, but I'm extremely nostalgic with it because it managed to convince 10-year-old me that it was real. So congrats anonymous user who made this in 10 minutes probably. You did a great job and I love you, you bitch. FNAF 3 paper plates. Remember the paper plate Easter egg from FNAF 2? Well, he can also appear as a purple bunny in FNAF 3. It's way more rare and I have never gotten this one myself, but still. Also keep in mind, it's not the first time we're gonna go back to something we've mentioned before, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Control module Lolbit. The first Easter location Easter egg we're covering. Sometimes in the primary control module, a Lolbit head will appear. I have never seen this one in person, and Easter location has so many rare Easter eggs that it's impossible to see all of them really. But this one does absolutely nothing, like most of them. Five Nights at Freddy's HS. Look, I have no clue what this even means. I'm completely out of the loop in this. I guess this might be talking about the FNAF High School series, the Spanish animated show inspired by Five Nights at Freddy's that everybody in here liked except for me. Scott was apparently notified of its existence, but I don't really know what came of it, so yeah, I'm probably super wrong and it's not that, and I'm a fucking idiot, but yeah, whatever. Purple guy in FNAF 4. In one of the minigames you can encounter purple guy stuffing a guy in a suit. He looks kinda weird and that's all. I've actually seen this one a lot of times, so I didn't know it was an Easter egg of all things. But yeah. Unused Ultimate Custom Night Roster. Everybody knows that not every single character from the FNAF series made it into the custom night. A lot of them were scrapped early in development or were simply like merged with ours. For example, the Trash Gang. Candy Cadet was gonna be a character, but just ended up being a prop in the office. The Freddles got mixed in with Nightmare Freddy, and Enzo 01 was scrapped like a bunch of other characters. And other characters were simply added in later for the XOR apparitions. Funtime Auditorium Gendo. This disgusting, filthy-ass creature is Yendo, and he can rarely appear on the Phantom Auditorium, where you fight Phantom Foxy on Social Location. He became popular enough to appear on the Custom Night update on Social Location, which is kinda surprising for a secondary Easter egg character like him, but yeah, congrats you monster. Hung Technicians. I honestly don't know what this is here, since it's not really a secret in the game or anything, but still, I wanna talk about it. This is the single darkest moment in the entire saga. Seeing the actual death of two people in game has never happened before or since, and it really gives you a sense of dread and hopelessness that's really weird in the game, and it's really sad. And this could also be seen as a weird little parallel to the Hanging Mangle teaser, but I don't know, it seems a little far-fetched to me. But that's all. Showtime. Showtime was a scrap feature for Help Wanted that never came to be, but for some reason the button for Showtime is still present in the game. But it doesn't do anything. I think Scott wasn't satisfied with the voices, but you can still find the full animation with audio in the source file of Help Wanted, and it's pretty fucking amazing and really rewarding. It's basically, yeah, a showtime. It's Freddy and Chica and Barney and Foxy singing you a song, and it's the cheesiest thing in the fucking universe, but it's beautiful. Unused puppet renders. Remember those puppet hallucinations in the hall? Well, the textures that were used can be found in the FNaF 3 textures for literally no reason. It's kinda weird, but yeah, I don't know what else to tell you. Giant Dreadbear. I'm not too familiar with this one, but it's apparently an Easter egg in the Curse of Dreadbear DLC for Help Wanted, and it looks dope as hell. Personally, I don't think it has any lore significance, it just looked cool and Scott wanted to put it in. That's my take on it. You can say and think whatever you want of it. Withered Animatronics in Curse of Dreadbear. Again, I'm not too sure about this one. I think I might be referring to those unused models that might have been used as reference in the Curse of Dreadbear files. I really have no clue why they still exist in the game, but yeah. These renders have been actually made by Ram Troops, by the way, they're not official. What I'm saying is, the models are official, but the renders aren't. Ennard's voice. During night 2 of Social Location, you can very quietly hear a garbled noise. This one. Some people have decoded this noise and have found a message hidden inside. It says the following.
Argumentative standards, elevation, passive, heights.
Argumentative standards, elevation, passive, heights. What does this mean? I have no fucking clue, but it's one of the weirdest things I've seen ever in my fucking lives, because it's so ominous and really open for interpretation. What do you think? Fungi in FNaF 4, another hidden audio, but this time it belongs to Final Freddy's 4. You can randomly hear reverse sections of the Final Freddy's 1 phone calls during the nights. I'm not joking, it's true. Hear this. Okay, I think that's too much confusion for today. Next one. Pirate Ship. In the Curse of Dreadbear DLC, a pirate ship can appear and be sunk by a kraken of all things. It probably doesn't mean anything to the lore, but yeah, who knows at this point. Control Module Mini Arena. Again, another Social Location Easter egg. This one also happens in the primary control module like the Lolbit one, and basically it just shows the dancing mini arena, nothing else. It's not the last one we'll be seeing about mini arenas, but it's the least interesting one. Keep that in mind. Shadow Cupcake Drawings. I don't know what this is here, it's a key part of getting the good ending of FNaF 3, so yeah, it's pretty well known at this point. Perhaps it's talking about just how weird and bizarre the minigames are, and honestly, I agree, they're a fucking trip. A nostalgic, depressing, and sad trip. Seriously, the Shadow Bunny music box makes me want to fucking kill myself, but in the best way possible. Walking Dreadbear. Another Curse of Dreadbear Easter egg, but this one is super minimal. Dreadbear walks towards this bar Frankenstein style, and that's all. He does his thing, and he doesn't bother anyone, so let him be. Shadow Bunny figurine. Again, I don't know what this is here, it's very important for the game, it's where you click it to enter the Shadow Bunny minigame. I mean, it should be here, just not this deep into the iceberg. It's not that obscure. It's a key part to the freaking secret ending of Fredbear 3. But whatever, bear with me because from here on out, things really do get weird and really obscure. Trust me, they do. Bidybabs at your house. I don't know if this one is true or not, I legit can't tell you. The only picture I could find was this one debunking it, but not the original image. The texture of this Bidybab with the lighting and pose is actually in the game files, but I don't know if I buy it. It just seems so obscure and out there and random. I don't know what Scott would even add something like this into the game. But yeah, who knows, I think it's real. Take my word for it if you want. Purple car. Yet another Curse of Driver Easter egg. This one consists of a purple car, which is better reminiscent of the one found in the FNaF Freddy's 2 Take Cake to the Children minigame. It's kinda freaky, but there's not much to it really. It's one of the many Easter eggs that can be found in Curse of Fredbear. But it doesn't really do anything else than just scare you, that's all. FNaF 4 Mini Arenas. I believe this is talking about the mini arenas that can appear during the Fun with Pleasure minigame in Help Wanted, which connects FNaF 4 with Social Location even further. If it's not this, I don't know what else it could be, so take this any way you want. FNaF 3 Shadow Freddy. Finally, an Easter egg that's not from Help Wanted of all things, thank God. This one is pretty popular, but extremely rare and I have never found it myself. It looks pretty different from the FNaF 2 one, which always made me think it's not the same Freddy, but whatever. It's been like 5 years since this thing even showed up and it's still not even been solved yet, so yeah, you can still theorize about this little Shadow Freddy, whatever you wanna call it, to this day. Cupcake in FNaF 3 desk. And talking about FNaF Freddy 3, another Easter egg. I remember seeing this one somewhere before, but now it just kinda disappeared on the internet and there's basically no info. But it's definitely real though, you can believe me. Basically the cupcake shows up in your office, in your desk, and that's it. As all the other Easter eggs, it doesn't do anything, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Elevator Bidybab. Sometimes, and really rarely, the Bidybab will appear and look at you in the elevator. It's really freaky, but she doesn't do much. This one is confirmed to be real, unlike the other Bidybab Easter eggs. Night Terrors Bidybab. Alright, now you're just messing with me and not with these weird minion dudes already. Allegedly, in the Night Terrors level in Help Wanted, there is a chance that the Bidybab will appear standing in front of the flashlight on the floor. She doesn't do anything but stay there. Now, I couldn't find a single video or picture of this happening, so it's a little weird. But it's on the FNaF wiki, so I guess it's been a little spread in the fandom. But yeah, I don't know what this even means. Golden Freddy in FNaF 3 cameras. In Markiplier's first FNaF Freddy 3 gameplay, the little sneaky dude hit a Golden Freddy head in the cameras. This is clearly just a fun creepy edit, as the texture is nowhere to be found in the game files, but it still triggered a whole lot of people. You did a great job, Mark. FNaF World Enemies in Ultimate Custom Night. 3 FNaF World enemies, Tangle, Bounce Spot, and a White Rabbit can actually appear in your office desk in Ultimate Custom Night. I couldn't find any videos for it, but I know the textures for them are in the files. I checked, so it's pretty believable. Why would these enemies even be in the game if it's not for that? And besides, it's on the wiki as well, so it's probably true. Mini arenas at your house. See, this one is pretty similar to the Bidybab one, but I could actually confirm this one. There's 2 versions. One time she just stays there on the left, staring at you, and in the other one she pops out of the popcorn in stock picture fashion. This one took a lot of time to be proven because people just refused to believe it was true, but it was later confirmed by looking at the code for Social Location. Yeah, they had to go to that extreme just to confirm this was a real Easter egg and not just a hoax like all the other ones we talked about like 20 minutes ago. But yeah. Swearing. In the FNaF World source files, there's an unused file for JJ swearing and then regretting it by breaking the 4th wall. It's really cute, honestly, and I love Amber Lee Connor's voice a lot. Just listen to this.
Now I'm going to kick your ass! Wait, what? I can't say that in the game.
That was amazing, right? Yeah, you didn't even have to say anything. I know, that was so good. Orange Sky. Sometimes in Curse of Dreadbear, yeah, the game again, the sky will turn orange for no reason. It looks pretty aesthetic, but that's pretty much it. There's barely anything else to it really. I always thought this was a reference to the FNAF 4 menu screen, mainly because you know the menu screen had a red sky and this is pretty similar, so yeah, that's my take on it, at least. Withered Bonbon. Rarely, during Ennard's band repair level in Help Wanted, you can catch a glimpse of a withered broken bonbon. I don't know what this could mean for the story of the game, but it looks so cool. It's nice to see that weirdo bunny suffer a little bit, you know. Freddy in Space 2 trailer. Honestly, this might just be here because it's become a little obscure. It's been deleted off the internet and only re-uploads remain. I don't really mind it since I'm not crazy for the Freddy in Space aesthetic anyway. I think it clashes with the rest of the game's art, so I'm thinking that's why he deleted the trailer, but I don't know, I'm not Scott Cawthon. I can tell you why it's not on his channel anymore. Maybe it's because the donation that he made just went through and like it's over now, so there's no point in keeping the thing up anymore. I don't know, it's a lot of things to think about. Glitch Traps Boys. When you're close to Glitch Trap on Help Wanted, you'll hear this weird ass noise. It's basically just pitch and reverse tape girl. It's kinda creepy, but I don't think it means much. It's kinda like the Mangle noise from FNAF 2. Here's the audio if you wanna hear it.
Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me?
Beta Springtrap. Remember the I'm Still Here teaser? Well, some people claim Springtrap looks different here, and this would not be the first time Scott changes something after showing it in a teaser, like the Mangle design I talked about like what, 20 minutes ago? Personally, I do think it looks quite different, more like a bear, and the eyes are definitely different. The nose is a little bigger, he seems to be a little darker and slightly crispier, if that's the word I'm looking for, and overall it just looks completely different to the final version, like the Mangle one. FNAF World trailer. In the FNAF World trailer you can see this footage. This obviously goes unused in the game and I have no idea what this could have been used for. Maybe it was a better version of the whole glitch system that the game has. Perhaps Scott wanted to make something a little lighthearted at first but ended up with this other thing in the end, which is much better in my opinion, but I don't know. Also, this could be a reference to the second FNAF World trailer that not many people have actually seen. The second trailer, or second version of the trailer, whatever you want to call it, actually features different gameplay than the first one. I actually remember seeing it and I think it's been archived, but yeah, it might be actually referring to that thing instead of, you know, the whole unused whatever the fuck that thing was. So yeah, this is kinda open for interpretation. Take a wild guess on what the FNAF World trailer could be. Helpy Hat. In the parts and service Freddy level in Help Wanted, you actually have to remove a hat from the inside of Freddy's mouth. And that hat actually has a Helpy face in it. I don't know if it means anything, maybe it just belongs to him, maybe Freddy just bought a Helpy, and I sure hope he did because I hate Helpy a lot. He's a dumbass. But yeah, it's really obscure and I actually had no idea this was even a thing before I researched this for, you know, this video. Choking. And talking about eating stuff, this one's pretty funny. You can get a trophy called Choking Hazard if you simply eat one of the minifigures you get. It's super stupid, but I love this one. It's actually funny without being too on the nose like the social location jokes. Glitched Grave. This glitched grave can barely be seen in game during the menu of Curse of Dreadbear. This picture was taken out of bounds and you can see this grave has a glitchy texture that resembles a glitch trap one. I said glitch too many times. But yeah, I have no idea what this could mean for the story of the game. Maybe glitch trap died in a terrible accident or something. Hot dog. This is the most mind-blowing one out of all of them. Seriously, I'm not joking. I've been wondering what this thing was for years and it's apparently a fucking hot dog. It does not look like one because first of all, the bread is huge. It's been divided in 4 segments and it also has no condiments. But finally I have some closure on what it is. I always thought it was some weird technical device that worked something. Now tell all your friends that this thing on the desktop of Final Fantasy Freddy 3 is actually a fucking hot dog. Everybody needs to know. Scanning for glitches. This seems to be a debug feature or a test for help wanted. Basically, it randomly scans the game in search for glitches, leaving the world textureless in the process. It's so obscure I didn't even know it was a thing. And it's so freaky how it just says scanning for glitches, like it doesn't even notice the glitch that it caused itself. It's so weird. Subtunnel ending. The subtunnel ending, most commonly known as the drown ending, is probably one of my favorite FNaF moments ever. You have to travel to Old Man Consequences Lake and simply drown in it. Then Freddy will obviously drown indefinitely until reaching this. And let me tell you, it's depressing. I always thought of this as Scott Cawthon with his kids watching fireworks and just being happy. The fact that the game breaks the fourth wall so often makes me believe that. It's never really been explained, and I don't think it ever will be explained, but you know, perhaps some things are best left forgotten for now. This is the last part of the iceberg, and things really do get weird from here, so bear with me. Become Bunny. In Lolbit's level, when you get really close to this endoskeleton, a really weird bunny will jump scare you. It's called Beacon Bunny on the game files, probably because it appears in the level where you're using the flash beacon. Some people think it's a texture glitch and it kinda looks like it, but it could also just be weird textures for all we know. It's one of the most obscure things I've ever seen on a FNaF game. Seriously, I've actually never seen this one before and it was quite surprising for me. Sister Location Trailer 2. Look, this one is just completely unknown. The Sister Location Trailer 2 has been cancelled. Everybody seems to know that, but nobody knows where the fuck the trailer went. The first trailer is actually still uploaded to the Scott Cawthon channel, but the second one, yeah, it's nowhere to be found. Nobody knows what happened to it or why it was cancelled or why anything. In my opinion, the game didn't really need a second trailer. The amount of content the game has doesn't really grant a second one. Like, remember that the game didn't even have a customized feature when it first came out. And besides, a lot of teasers have came out before the first trailer, so it would have been kinda redundant. But some cool shots of the new characters would have been really nice. But yeah, there's a lot of food for thought in this one. Beta Endo 01. This one is connected to the last one in a very interesting way. So there's really not too much to talk about, but yeah, it's still pretty weird and cool. Listen, FNaF 1 apparently had a Steam Greenlight release, and this was the icon for it. As you can see, it looks different from the final version of the Endo 1, and this is actually confirmed, it's not the final version. The eyes for one are completely different, they're red instead of like realistic like in the final version, and it looks way creepier and like more, I don't know, just dead. And it's really weird to think that this weird ass obscure picture of Beta Endo 01 has become so popular in the fandom for some reason. And it was posted on Steam Greenlight of all things. I don't know, it's just it's so weird and interesting to me. I don't know why. And finally, the last one. The Lost FNaF 1 trailer. Yeah, this one is just the most obscure thing in the universe. I have actually read this and read it like years ago, and I had completely forgotten about this until I read the Iceberg. And this is the reason why I'm actually making this video, because I want to find this lost trailer. And this blows my mind. Look, it's not just one trailer, there's actually two trailers. There's one that apparently features gameplay from a shit ton of YouTubers, and it's just like a bunch of reactions from jump scares, and that one was like posted on Steam or something, and it was lost too. But there's apparently a second one, and it's connected to the Endo 01 thing that I was talking about. These are some screenshots from the first person that ever commented on a FNAF video. And they say they saw a second video that featured this endoskeleton with red eyes. Maybe they're talking about the bunny thing, because he had the red eyes too in the original trailer for FNAF 1 that we all saw, but I somehow doubt it because it's been much more popularized than this one. And honestly, I don't think that we're gonna get anywhere with this. Like, it's been 6 years since FNAF 1 came out, and it's never resurfaced any of the trailers. So yeah, I think it's been lost to time. Even if we talk to Scott Cawthon, I don't think he will have the trailers himself, because 6 years, that's so much time, But yeah, I don't know how about the answers here. Maybe someday in 10 years we'll see the lost FNAF 1 trailer again. I surely hope so. And now let's get into something a little more positive. So yeah, that was my personal breakdown of the Five Nights at Freddy's Iceberg thingy. I hope you enjoyed it. I also wanted to say happy birthday, FNAF. I wanted to take my time and upload this thing on the 6th year anniversary because, I don't know, timing. It sounded like a good idea in my mind, so I just wanted to do it, and I did it. I'm a genius, I know. Thank you, Scott Cawthon, for making this dumbass game of horror about Freddy's and Remnant and dumb shit. I love it. It's my 4th favorite game of all time. So, yeah, the more you know. So, bye bitches. Love you all.